What's up, Peter? Peter's always like the first one in here. What's up? Hope you had a good day. Good morning. Hopefully you slept well and well prepared for today. Today could be a hot one. Yesterday was kind of choppy. We had NVVE, which was like really the only stock that was okay. Chad, what's up, Chad? All right, so let's take a look what we got today. What do we got today? Today. VRAX. VRAX is our leading gapper, up 135%. Why are we up? VRAX. Do not see any news on VRAX. Don't see news on VRAX. I don't know. Do you guys see any news on VRAX? I do not see anything. Did have the reverse split down here. The float's very small. Can take a look exactly at what the float is, but it's showing at least 2 million. Or at most 2 million. Yeah, 2.51 million share float. So decently low float there, but I don't see any news. But NVVE yesterday didn't have any news, and it was the cleanest move that we saw yesterday. Even still, though, it was really choppy. King Grave, what's up? King Hargrave, what's up? Alan, what's up? Drew, good morning and good luck to you. Yeah, so VRAX up 138% on no news. At least that's what I see. About a 2.5 million share float. Did have a recent reverse split. And it's showing quite a ways off of all-time highs. But climbing back up. A lot of low volume here. What's this? Well, 73 million. Some of these days are higher volume, but a lot of low volume days. Brad C, good morning. Pete Johnson, good morning. Next stock here on the gap scan, FRGT. Yeah, for VRAX, if it does get over VWAP and start pushing 3, I'll take a look at it and trade it. But if it's under VWAP or consolidating under VWAP, I don't really want to trade backside. We got Brad C just subscribed. Welcome to the community. Love to see it. Our newest subscriber, Brad C, taking the spot here at the top right of our new sub. So FRGT is the next one here, up 75%. From 60 cents all the way up to $1.36. And again, this one closed underneath 75 cents, so there will be that tight halt, the tight halt levels like we were saying. ASNS, like I was saying yesterday for the pre-market live. Yeah, this stock was crazy. Yeah, we're up 800%. But this is exactly why when you have a penny stock that just gaps up so high, the halt levels are going to stay the same the whole day. 30 cents. 15 cents up, 15 cents down, and this is the type of price action we got. And, you know, that type of price action is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's not easy. It's not for, I wouldn't say it's for beginner traders. It's even challenging for advanced traders. But, yeah, those tight halt bands from these penny stocks can be, make the stock very risky and unable to manage the downside risk. But VRAX closed over 75 cents, so this one will have wider halt bands that will adjust on a 5-minute rolling basis. FRGT will have the 30 cent 15 cents up, 15 cents down. Yes, 15 cents is always a number if it closed under 75 cents the prior day. After 75 cents, it's based off the percentage, a certain percentage of the stock price that changes every 5 minutes. So that's why you'll see, stock that say closed previous day of $1. Let's say yesterday stock closed at $1. Today it opens up at $2. Let me just get the exact. There's an exact. I think it might be 5%, but let me take a look here just to verify, so we can pull this up. I think it might be 5%. Okay, here it is. So, for example, stock trading at $3 would be subject to a 5% band. Does that mean I'll experience? No, it's not the. Okay, yeah, here it is. So, yeah, if it's a previous close is greater than $3. So I guess if it closed above $3 the previous day, there's a 5% halt band, and that changes on a 5-minute rolling basis. So let's say the stock runs from $3 to $10. The halt band that it had at $3, which would be 5%, $3 is 15. Well, that's actually 15%. I mean, 15 cents up and down, I think, right? 5%. Maybe, yeah, I think it's 15% up and down. 15 cents up and down. But then at $10, it's 50 cents, because 5% of $10. 50 cents down, 50 cents up. So there's $1 a share range to capture in the price action, versus if it's cheaper, that 5%, could be as low as 15 cents if it's $3. But as the price increases, of course, the range will get wider, the halt bands will get wider. But if it's under 75 cents, it's 15 cents to the downside and the upside all day long. It doesn't change. So yeah, it looks like the lesser of 15 cents or 75%. So, and that's if the previous close is lower than 75 cents. And that is from 9:30 a.m. to, looks like 3:35. So I guess 3:35 it changes, or no? 3:30. Okay, so here for 3:35 under 75 cents, lesser of 30 cents. So after 3:35 p.m. Eastern time, it changes from 15 cents to 30 cents. That's the most you're going to get. But yeah, if you want to brush up on your halt level rules, that will be available in the Discord under resources. It should be called here halt trading information. It's good to know. Definitely good to know, especially if you don't have the Dash Trader halt levels. At least you'll have a good idea when the halt level could be coming if you're just trading on Thinkorswim. But anyways, let's get into the watch list. So FRGT was that second leading gapper, up 70%, 71%. Are we up on news? Looks like Freight Technologies are trading higher after the company said it announced 26 new customers and 149 new carriers in 2024. Pretty decent news. I wouldn't say that's terrible. It doesn't say any sort of potential revenue or potential profits from these deals, which would be nice, but looks like they didn't publish anything. It seems very vague. Very vague. Just kind of word soup in the I'm reading through, kind of browsing through the full catalyst. It's just kind of like a lot of word soup that doesn't really have anything substantial as far as saying, like, a specific dollar amount that they're going to be earning, or revenue, or any specific customer name. Those are things that I like to look at. If it's a customer name that or a company name that they're partnering with, or a carrier name that everybody knows, or that's popular, or a big company, that's going to add to the fuel of a decent catalyst. But they don't really announce anything. So kind of vague, but seems to be reacting okay. It's up from 60 cents up to 136, kind of retracing almost half the move already. Hopefully we find a low here above $1 and start to curl up. On the daily chart, oof, kind of nasty. A little bit of a backside here. We could have some resistance overhead. I really need to see a break over this pivot here at 145. Yeah, so it looks like that corresponds perfectly with that previous support level here. So this was previous support in this area. Breaking below, now it's resistance. We came up and retest, reject. Came up to retest, reject. Came up again to test and reject. So this is a clear another inflection point. So a lot of overhead resistance. We're going to need a lot of volume. Not a super bullish pre-market chart, but if we can find a low here and curl up, it could be okay. We could see a potential. What site to use to check news? I check through just the Thinkorswim, news thing. nothing fancy. Yeah, buddy. Good morning, all. Let's get green. ISPC making me uneasy right now. Thanks to news type. I didn't know the exact number. Nothing looking good today. I wouldn't say nothing is looking good. I think we have potential. I'm on Holo, MTC, technical analysis. Don't see anything looks good today. Yeah, I mean, I think there's potential for today. Sometimes the pre-market where it's kind of slow, maybe nothing is clear. Sometimes at the open it completely changes, flips on the dime, and it gets real hot. And then some days it's like, oh my god, pre-market super hot. Like yesterday, pre-market we had like 800% gapper. I think we had another 200% gapper. And then after the open, it's just all chop. So, it could really go either way. The next one here on the gap scan up 51%, AEMD. And the float again on FRGT. Let's take a look at the float. It's saying 5 million outstanding, so the highest it's going to be is 5 million. The float is always lower. Here's a tip for you, for the newbie traders. The float is always less than or equal to the shares outstanding in all cases. So in case you don't have the time to really look at the float, and Thinkorswim doesn't show the float, it only shows the shares outstanding. But if you don't have time, let's say a stock just pops up and it's moving real fast, you don't have time to pull up Microsoft Edge or Firefox or Internet Explorer to search up the float. You just need to get involved immediately and capture the move. You can always look over at Thinkorswim on the scanner, or you can go to phase scores in your chart settings or your chart sidebar. There should be phase scores. And you can look at the shares outstanding, and that could give you a little bit of an estimate of what possibly could be the float. And that's going to be, the real float would be either less than or equal to the shares outstanding. So 5.12 million shares float with the 5.15 million share outstanding here on FRGT. So decently low, and yeah, so definitely fitting our criteria as far as the float goes. AEMD, another one, 5 million share outstanding. Let's see the float. So I know the float's going to be at least or at most 5 million. Unless it's incorrect. This one's saying 10 million share outstanding on dilution tracker, so maybe that's not even correct. Sometimes you run into issues where you're getting inaccurate numbers. Okay, so here on FinViz it's saying 5.8, so this one might be right. FinViz is saying 5.08 million share float, and looks like here on Thinkorswim it's saying 5.08 million share, 5.08 million share outstanding. FinViz is saying 5.08 million shares outstanding, but the float is either equal to or less than 5.08 million, and in this case it's 4.42 million on FinViz. So FinViz has a crap ton of ads. But I guess they got to make their money somehow. But yeah, so this is where you can find the shares outstanding and shares float. And again, float is always either equal to or less than the shares outstanding. And you can just search up here as well. So FinViz is another good resource to have. And sometimes it's incorrect numbers, so you're gonna have to like kind of go through, different sites. You can go to Dilution Tracker, FinViz, Guru Focus. Those are the three that I use. And if I'm getting inaccurate numbers, I'll just kind of look them up on each of those sites, and whichever one is the most common among the sites, I will kind of think that might be the correct number. Zendu, yeah, Zendu's pretty good. Yeah, Zendu 4 million. Yeah, so it looks like 4 million. I need to make a TOS layout. Any tips or suggestions? I do have a video on that. My Thinkorswim setup, my Thinkorswim setup, and my Dash Trader setup. Yeah, you can take a look at that one as well. But it's really, you just kind of have to find what you're comfortable with and just kind of stick with it. Everyone's different. I only like to have, for example, for me, I only like to have one stock that I'm able to trade. Some people like to have 3 separate stocks with 3 active traders to be able to trade, jump through them. For me, I need to have only one and only focus on one that I'm able to trade, because I don't want to be trading one stock and then another thing's moving. Then I'm in that stock and now I'm in 2 trades, and then the other one starts to move, and now I'm in 3 trades at once. And now I'm just kind of, fumbling around. I like, I'm very kind of narrow focused, laser focused. I need to be dialed in on one stock at a time, trading one stock at a time. That's why I only have one chart here on my main screen that I trade on. But everyone is different. AEMD, 5 million or 4 million share float. This one, pre-market chart, is deathly atrocious here off the lows. So crazy that he made this move off the lows. However, he gave it all back pretty much, and this is not what you like to see. It's definitely not what you like to see. I don't think that this is going to be the one. Let's see the news, if there are news on it. Looks like news was yesterday. No, that was 3 days ago. 3 days ago we had news. And it looks like, is that this day? No, this was back in here. 3 days ago. 1, 2, 3. So even the news catalyst that we had on Monday had a small little bump and then just gave it all back. So it looks like this stock has no history of holding up levels. It kind of stinks. Next one, AMD, KITT. A little bit of a larger float, KITT. 62 million shares outstanding. The float is probably too big for me. Yeah, float is 50 million. So a little bit of a larger float. Doesn't mean it can't be the winner. Since it is a penny stock, people are going to be able to trade a lot more share size. So you'll be able to churn the float a little faster than if it was a larger price stock. But we couldn't really hold up levels up here. We did make a move from 18 up to 28 and gave it all back relatively quickly. But we're holding around VWAP, so it's a little bit better than AMD. At least we're not going all the way back to lows. Do we have news on this? No, we do not have news on KITT. So no news on KITT. Larger time frames, again, looking very bearish. Can't hold highs. Just an endless dump. An endless dump to zero. It looks like it's going down at 11 cents. Maybe we have a small little pop here for up to 27 cents, but it's not looking good. Not looking good for Nauticus Robotics. Investors, not looking good. VRAX getting a little bit of pop-up volume. Maybe this is the one. This is the only one that looks decent. but we have no news. And while we have decent volume here coming into the open, no news to account for the move. I guess from a technical perspective, though, at least this one's starting to curl. Everything else is just straight backside. AEMD, backside. FRGT, backside. Doesn't look like anything's curling except VRAX. FRGT, yeah, we looked at FRGT. AEMD, yeah, so that's our top 4 leading gappers. 3 of them look like crap. VRAX is the only one that looks decent. Dilshad Shadulov. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but welcome back to the community. Awesome stuff. Glad to have you part of the community. Now you take the spot here in the top right, taking over our previous subscriber. So you're taking the center stage here on the live stream. But yeah, VRAX curling up. This is what we like to see. This is what we like to see. At about 5 minutes to the open, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do between now and the open? Are we going to curl up a little bit more towards 3? Increasing volume. I like that we're kind of trending up here in the volume into the open. Endless dump. That's me every morning. You have an endless dump every morning. How to deal with, what is the deal with LPA? Facts, bro. Everything is in the dumps today, sizing down all the board today. I'm watching VNDA. VNDA. We can take a look here. VNDA. We got about 4 minutes. VNDA. VNDA. Looks a little rough there. VNDA. Now LPA. What's LPA? LPA. Oh my god. Holy crap. That's crazy. Wow. Imagine if you were short down here. This thing went up to 525. Yeah, LPA seems just to be like a technical setup. Just kind of like a dead cat bounce. I'm not going to trade. It's not the type of stock that I trade. As you guys are tuning out into your own trading, hit that thumbs up button for me on the way out. Consider subscribing if you're new. But yeah, it looks like I'm watching VRAX here at the open. It doesn't even look that great. Doesn't look A+. Breaking back below VWAP. Can we at least hold this? We got to hold this. If we come back down here, this is not good. If we come back down here, we just trapped longs. Yep. So now we just trapped longs. Because people are getting in here for the break over VWAP. They're looking for micro pullback, 1 minute pullback, continuation. That's what we're looking for. But if you're entering here, now you're stopping out. Now you're fueling the move to breaking support and stopping out. It's like dominoes, stopping out people who are accumulating on this uptrend. Maybe. So, man, don't like to see that. FRGT. Can we form a low here and start to curl up? So far, it seems like it could be a small day. So I don't want to push it too hard. Unless we see something good. If we start seeing something good, high volume, good green candles, good price action, then I'll size up. But it's not looking good here. It's not looking good here coming into the open. But things can always change, and it's good to be optimistic. So good luck. Hopefully you guys get green. Thank you guys for dropping that like. All those likes. I'm getting drowned in the likes and the subscribers. Thank you guys for joining the community, liking the video, supporting the stream, and good luck. Stay calm, cool, and collected, and I'll catch you guys later on the recap. Peace.